What's up, Taiwan? I'm Liao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan's foreign ministry has condemned China's attempts to lure away its diplomatic allies. The most recent incident concerns the Pacific island nation of Palau, one of only 13 countries that officially recognize Taiwan. The country's president, Whipps Jr., recently said China has been trying to pressure Palau to switch recognition to Beijing. He also said China is interfering in the country's upcoming presidential election. Taiwan's foreign ministry says Taiwan is working closely with Palau on a number of development projects. It also said Whipps has spoken up for Taiwan on the international stage on many occasions. Taiwan's military will halt flights at the country's main international airport to carry out war games next month. That's what an unnamed official told the country's central news agency. The source says Taoyuan Airport will feature in the annual Hanguang military exercise this year for the very first time. Flights in and out will be grounded, but the source says the military aims to limit the disruption to 1 hour or less. The drill is currently set for July 27th. If China attacks Taiwan, taking control of harbors and airports would be a key goal for Chinese forces. A 3-day weekend? Taiwan's government says no can do. Analysts say companies can reward workers with longer weekends, but this shouldn't be law. Meanwhile, labor activists say they'll continue pushing for shortened working hours. John Van Trieste reports.
A longer weekend will not be in the near-term future for Taiwan's workers. That's according to the Labor Ministry and Cabinet, which say the country isn't ready for 3 days of rest.
目前来讲，现阶段真的要实施全面性的周休3日，或者是在这边进一步缩短法定的正常工时，在目前确实都还有一些待努力的这个部分。
Those words were a response to this, a petition calling for an extra day off in the working week. It's gained significant traction online, garnering close to 6,000 signatures. But the Labor Ministry says a 3-day weekend would be bad for Taiwan's military effectiveness and make school days longer. It also says it would harm the economy, cut production, drive away foreign customers, and raise costs, which in turn would cause inflation. In addition, the ministry says a 4-day work week isn't standard anywhere else in the world. Some analysts say the idea of a 3-day weekend is not totally unworkable, but they say it should be up to companies to decide.
Taiwan
has the 4th longest working hours in the world, according to the most recent figures. And the petition says overtime and commuting times mean many workers are out for up to 12 hours a day. Labor activists say they'll continue to push for a shortened work week. While calls for fewer workdays have been met with little enthusiasm by the government, activists are hoping a second petition calling for a 30 to 35-hour work week will have more effect. Devin Tsai and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's transport ministry has backtracked on a new rule aimed at protecting people on pedestrian crossings. The plan would have required drivers to stop if a pedestrian is crossing the road, no matter how far they are from the vehicle. But officials now say this rule is too harsh and could create more traffic. They've decided to keep the existing rule in place, but will raise the fine for failing to yield to about $200. The U-turn comes as Taiwan pushes to improve its road safety after a CNN report described it as a living hell for pedestrians. An expo in Taiwan is raising awareness of people that are deaf or hard of hearing and helping those interested in learning sign language. Bing Wang has more.
A table packed with glass flower ornaments. This is the work of hard of hearing artist Zhang Junxian. Zhang is hoping this event will raise awareness of the deaf community and garner interest in learning sign language.
我这次有因为手语的关系，我就想说让民众互动，很简单的200块、400块，价钱都是用200、400。
Zhang's table is one of 7 at the Deaf Expo in Taiwan's capital city of Taipei. The others are taken by people who are completely deaf and hard of hearing, or by sign language users. They sell art, snacks, and desserts. The event provides a good venue for people who are deaf or hard of hearing to meet and connect. It also gives people who can hear but want to learn sign language a place to practice.
我希望鼓励聋人可以亲自来摆摊，展现他们和听人一样，
如果有一技之长，同样能去贩卖自己的作品。
Events like this one are growing more popular around the world. They help support deaf people and connect them with other sign language users. This is why Ku hopes that Taiwan will keep holding similar fairs in the future. James Lin and Bing Wong for TaiwanPlus.
A study done on the iconic Taipei 101 skyscraper by a Taiwan university and top research center could help enhance building safety across the country. Joyce Zeng reports.
Taipei 101, an icon of the city's skyline. It's Taiwan's tallest building, with a fitting name for boasting 101 floors above ground. Many people know it as a shopping mall, but now it's also the site of a study by earth scientists from National Taiwan Normal University and the country's top research institute, Academia Sinica. Their study even made the cover of the American Science Journal, the BSSA. What they found is the more people there are inside the building, the greater the whole structure's vibrations.
人流的话算是比较新的发现，人流比较多，这个时候它101这晃动程度似乎是比较大。
Each building has its own frequency of vibration, or a specific rate it can sway when subjected to an external force. In a nutshell, what the researchers found was that when it's hotter, Taipei's 101's frequencies go up, but when it's windier, the amount it shakes actually goes down.
风在推动这个建筑物的时候，在建筑物里面会造成很微小的裂隙，性质一旦改变的话，它就会改变这整个筷子它震动的方式跟它震动的大小。
It's important for a building's frequency to be greater than a possible external force to make sure it stays standing. But frequencies change as structures get older, and in Taiwan's subtropical climate, which sees extremes from hot, humid summers to earthquakes and typhoons, monitoring the structural integrity is key to safety. Scientists behind the Taipei 101 study say that their findings can help improve the safety of other buildings, like these ones. Most people in the city live in older structures like these that have clearer material decay. Taipei has struggled to get residents on board to ensure building safety. About 40% of the city's apartments have yet to file public safety reports, which were due back in April. Having now studied the country's tallest structure, scientists are encouraging local officials to adapt their methods to convince residents of the urgency to care for their buildings. Scott Huang and Joyce Zhen for TaiwanPlus.
Squint and you might see it. Taiwan is working to boost connections with Japan's Yonaguni Island with a new ferry service. On a clear day, it's just about possible to see Japan's westernmost inhabited island from Taiwan at a distance of 110 kilometers. Taiwan's northeastern Yilan County plans to build 3 viewing platforms for the public to catch a glimpse of their nearest neighbor. And if they want to do more than just look, a new ferry between Yilan and Yonaguni is set to begin trial services in early July. An immersive theater production in Taipei has brought together some of the country's top performers. The unique show featured performances by local dancers, acrobats, drag queens, and musicians.
Is that this production is locally produced, and everyone that's a part of the production is based here in Taiwan and is an artist, working professional here in Taiwan. So we've got that local flavor, but that international standard.
The Night Witch is a show based around Lilith, a female demon from Jewish folklore. It was first produced by the Lilyverse production team in 2021, and this year the team are presenting it again with a new twist. Unlike other theater performances in Taiwan, this one invites the audience to be part of the show. This gives guests a better and more interactive experience. They are free to follow around any of the characters as they seek to find out which one is Lilith. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of a wife-carrying contest at a Scandinavian midsummer festival in Western Canada. I'm Liao. Take care and see you next time.